call like this. Certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down.
Let's go. Let's round.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again with Ajayi. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The tight end changing his position. Kaiser now to throw on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On second down, Kaiser again. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Do you seriously just skip the halftime of the Super Bowl? Who does that? It's a Super Bowl. Watch the halftime show. All right, here we go.
Third quarter action now. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They run a draw here on second down, and they see right through that defensively. as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Well, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down. David Irving able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returnable now for Allen. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. This is Ajayi. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Ryan. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the first down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
So it's only 3 points on this opening drive of the third quarter. And even though that stretches out the lead, Charles, I think you'd have to consider this a win for the defense, no?
Couldn't agree more, Brandon. That offense got themselves in prime position to really open up this ball game, but the drive stalled out. And yeah, 3 points is very easy to get back in today's NFL.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sparks. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out come the Jags. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now it's Ajayi, and an alley to run. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big third down play there for the Jags. 46 yards. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. So it's third and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So that's a big one there. It's his third field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And out now come the Seahawks. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. To the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it second and short.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
They give him 12 yards and a first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. 2nd down, Kaiser. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's go! Flag round!
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Throw left side complete. That's Thornton. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. To throw is Kaiser. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
Flag round! Here we go!
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 29. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Ryan. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Sparks. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. First down now, but the clock continues to move. A handoff as they run the counter play. And past the 30 down to about the 27. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They hustle to the line offensively. Kaiser urging them to move faster. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. Down right around the 25. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain here down to the 22. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A handoff as they run the counter play. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And his kick is good. The field goal is through the uprights, and they've won the Super Bowl. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way. Didn't have